come on. Yo, let's get it, boys.
Yes, sir.
Energy as every league.
Let's go. Yeah.
On 3, come on 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
Thank you, fellas. What's going on, people? Thank you for coming back with us on Real Tough Talk. We're going to go over the second half of the games that we want to talk about. This one's in the C2 division. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of who the teams face to get to this position, and we'll jump in from there. So you're going to have Ambition playing Primetime. Ambition is coming off of being in the wild card game. They played D12. Ambition was the number 7 seed. D12 was the number 10. Ambition ended up easily beating them 25-7. To move on, that was a wild card game. They will move on to play the Bullies. Bullies a dangerous number 2 seed versus Ambition, who's the 7 seed. Ambition ended up beating them very easily, 34-14. That's how Ambition gets to this round. On the other side, you're going to have Primetime facing Solar Gang. And Primetime, the number 1 seed, Solar Gang, the number 8 seed. And they're going to easily play them and beat them 32-6. That's the 1 versus the 8. And it leaves us in this game, Ambition versus Primetime. Now, the thing with those teams is, if you look at it, this game right now, Primetime is the number 1 seed in the C2, and they're the defending champions. And they still got Tiki, who's one of the best coaches in the game right now in this BQFL league. So, listen, at the end of the day, they're looking to repeat, and this team's in front of them. You know, so they got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of veterans, but the thing about it is they also are looking to repeat, like I said earlier. So they're trying to get Ambition out of the way as quickly as possible.
And obviously, Primetime's a team that's been here before. So it's all about, you know, what's been working for them. It's always analyzing the other team, finding out what works, what can they throw at them to throw their quarterback off. You know, Tiki's been here before. This team has been here before, so they know that they're gonna have to analyze them early in the game so that they can figure out exactly how they beat them later on.
And now they play Ambition, and I already told you the run that Ambition was on, led by their quarterback Ralph, who everybody called him Jeter. Listen, they put up 25 points versus D12. And D12 is number 10 seed, not a great team, decent team. But the thing is, they beat a Bullies team. This Bullies team got Pierre, Hollywood, Nello. That team is dangerous that they played, and it was easy. They was able to eliminate them 34-14. This Ambition team is a good team. The thing about them is, before in their career, I believe they were G Unit. They went up in higher level to the C. I think they had a bad season. Don't quote me. This is what I remember in the past. They came back. And listen, the C2 is where they're at as they try to rebuild to get up to the high division. At the end of the day, this team can surprise you, led by their quarterback. They got some playmakers, but led by their very, very good quarterback in Jeter.
Yes, and their playmakers this game, regardless of how well they did in the past, they have to step up. And it's all hands on deck in this game because, again, they're facing the defending champion. So whatever you did, you have to take it up a notch in this game. Jeter has to be consistent. He has to be careful with the ball, not force any turnovers, not do too much.
Yeah.
And and a lot of their playmakers need to come up and do what they do because this is a game that they have to take seriously. There's a defending chance. If they don't get through, regardless of what, doesn't matter. But it's almost like a championship game right now. So you have to bring your best in this game.
All right, we're going to jump into the game with Ambition getting the ball on the kickoff. Primetime's going to throw an onside kick. And Ambition, they're not able to cover up the ball. And Pig is going to end up getting it for Primetime, giving Primetime the ball. That is a way to start it off. And the thing about it is, Tiki's a mastermind because if Ambition gets the ball, he's not really scared of their offense, which I find very arrogant, being that they scored 25 one game, 34 another game. But remember, Tiki just went through that with the Psychos. So he's a coach that doesn't matter to him what you score prior. He's willing to feel like his defense can shut you down, which is why he takes these chances. But at the end of the day, Ambition cannot get the ball, and they give it back to Primetime. Primetime gets the ball, second down, Mr. throws a pick on the sideline for a decent game. Then Mr. on 5 rush runs in the middle to get to the 7-yard line. 4th and goal. Mr.'s going to find Show in front of the end zone for the touchdown. Corey's going to get the sack on the extra point, but they still go up 6-0. Primetime scores on their first possession.
And that's all because of what happened on onside throw right there. They were caught off guard. This ambition team was not able to recover from that. And Primetime caught them sleeping, and it followed them into their defensive play. They got caught off guard. Primetime caught them slipping the slide, and they took advantage of the momentum, and they're able to get the easy 6 points here for their first score of the game.
And once again, on the next one, Primetime goes onside again. And what happened? This one is going to be dropped by Ty, and it's going to be recovered by Juan, giving the ball to Primetime again. 2 possessions, 2 drops, 2 scounders away the ball basically on both possessions, giving it right back to Primetime. Now, this is becoming a problem, okay? The first one, you know what they say? Shame on you. You got me. Ha, you caught my pants down. The second one is shame on me, because it's something in my mind not clicking. Because if I can't get a ball that's up in the air and they just did it, something's wrong with me. And Tiki knows that. He went after them. This one, Ty drops it. Juan gets it back. And once again, they give the ball back to the defending champs.
And the thing about this is, like you said, for one time, shame on you. The second time, shame on me. Listen, this is the BQFL. This whole league is known for throwing onside throws on almost every single kickoff. So if you are not used to getting onsides by now, then you shouldn't be playing in this league. I'm sorry. I let the first one pass, but this one there is no excuse. It looked like Ty on there was looking for contact, and that's why he wasn't really focused for catching the ball. But this should be bread and butter for every single team by now. And the fact that they caught and got slipping twice, this is definitely on them at the end.
Well, Mr. gets the ball back. We're blocking for Pratt, runs in the middle for a decent gain and the first down. Listen, Pratt and Mr. are on the next level. They know where each other's at. Pratt knows where Mr. likes to go in the pocket, and these two are a great 1-2 punch. Second down, Mr. throws it to Jeff, wide open on the sideline, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Macho gets the 2-point conversion, 14-0 Primetime. If you look here, both of the defenders are guarding the same player, which leaves Jeff wide open, and Mr. makes him pay for it.
And right there, that is lack of communication. Regardless of what's going on with the onside throws and everything like that, the defense has to communicate, especially if you're all guarding on one side. Everybody got to communicate in that area, and because if they don't, everybody's locked in on what they're doing, and because of that, 2 defenders get caught sleeping. They don't switch in time, and Jeff is left wide open for the easy touchdown yet again.
Well, this one, Ambition is able to get the ball. So now their offense finally comes on the field to try and get some points in. They're going to go for an out. But what happens on second down after a short pass? Jeter's going to throw the tie in the middle, and it's going to be picked off by me, giving the ball right back to Primetime. This is pathetic. I want my money back. If this is a movie, I'll be headed to the front right now because I don't want to see it anymore. This is not what I saw in the coming attractions. When you see the coming attractions of a movie and it's like, wow, I can't wait to see it. And they kind of showed you the best parts in the coming attractions and the movie's not that good. Ambition showed the coming attractions when they beat D12 and they beat the Bullies. But it wasn't the real movie. It wasn't what it was really about. Because now, when they finally do get the ball, they decided to give it away again. This ain't Christmas. I don't know what they trying to do. But maybe they playing keep the man away from the ball because they clearly don't want it, and they decided to give it right back to Primetime.
Listen, at the end of the day, this team, if you look at this play here, this was probably the most telegraphed pass you could ever throw. Mika's guarding this receiver one-on-one, and you could tell how lengthy, how tall Meek is. So regardless of if you think that's an easy throw, it's not. Meek comes from behind and just snatches that ball. That just shows that they were anticipating the throw, and Jeter walks right into that decision, and they take advantage for a turnover here.
Mr. gets the ball back with 2 passes on the sideline for a decent gain. 4th down at the 48-yard line. missed on 5 rush, runs for a short gain, picking up the first down. Second down, missed on 5 rush, rolls left, throws a Macho in the middle, off target, incomplete. Third down, missed on 5 rush, throws a Macho open in the middle. That's going to be dropped. Primetime has to punt. I got to put that on coaching. You can put them away right now. I don't think they took that drive really seriously, because you can't come away from being able to score 2 easy touchdowns in the same defense, and the third time you forget the formula. So I put that on coaching. I put that in Mr. But finally, Ambition gets a break, and Primetime has to punt the ball.
But my thing is, none of this matters if they don't find a way to capitalize on this defensive drive here. They have to put some points on the board. They are in the hole right now, and their offense needs some momentum going if they want to have any shot in this game right now.
Ralph gets the ball and throws to Bobby open on the sideline for a nice game. Meek gets flagged for illegal contact, 15 yards, 6 seconds on the clock. What do you think of the play? I think it was more of a late hit they gave Meek on the play. What do you think of the play?
It wasn't necessarily that it was a late hit. If you look at the play, he did not extend the arms on that play. And because of that he just got flagged. It's a clear flag. It looked like he tried to weapon. Yeah.
It looked like he tried to hit him with the shoulder.
Yeah, he tried to extend his arms. He didn't do it in time. He got caught with the shoulder, and because of that, he got flagged. That's not something that you want to give the opposing team when you've been dominating all game. All you're doing is giving them an opportunity to get right back in this game with the penalty, 15 yards plus the big yardage they got on that play. That's not something you want to give away there.
Well, Ambition's not able to capitalize on the play as they throw a pass incomplete as time ran out. 14-0 going into the half. Primetime with the lead.
And after all that Ambition has done in the playoffs, this is how they come out. This is how they come out. Yes, they're playing a defending chance, but that shouldn't necessarily sway you from playing your game. And right from the beginning, they're playing like they don't belong here. You lose 2 onside throws. You throw an interception when you have an opportunity to score when you're driving towards the end zone. That is not a good start. That is not a good half at all. Regardless of how many mistakes Primetime is doing, you're giving away this game, and you're showing everybody that's watching this game that you do not belong here. You have to prove everybody wrong at this point. They have to start off striking early if they want to have a shot in the second half. They have to find a way to make something big happen.
If I'm Primetime, this team does not belong on the same field as me, and it's obvious. We don't care what they did to them other teams. We don't care what the points they score on them other teams. We're the defending champs. So we don't care about none of that. We already proved that this team does not warrant being on the same field as us. So we're mad at ourselves, not because, we only have 14-0. We gave points away. We should have been able to score on that third possession. So if I'm Primetime, I'm trying to put this game away as quickly as possible. That's all it means to be said. Bottom line. We're going to jump into the second half. Primetime gets the ball. Mr. throws a wand wide open in the gap for a nice game, picking up a first down. Now, I know this team got a lot of playmakers. I think Juan gets lost in shuffle. This kid is good. You know what I mean? He's humble. He can make plays, and he's good. And Mr. finds a great play by Juan for the huge game. Second to go after a short run. Mr. finds Lonnie in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 20-0. It's becoming alive for Primetime with me.
And one thing that I gotta give them a shot, one thing I could say is the offense, whenever they're given a good opportunity to put points up, that's exactly what they've done. Mr. You got his hats off to him. He's been playing really well, not forcing anything, not doing too much that he doesn't need to. He's driving down the field easily through this Ambition defense, and he's able to put up another touchdown. Like you said, it's alive for now, so it's just, more of the same. Pretty much doing what you got to do. Whatever the defense gives you, you get more, and that's exactly what they've been doing so far.
So right now we're going to see Ambition get the ball back. They're chasing 20-0. They're going to go 4 and out. Ralph with 2 short passes for a decent gain, getting them to the 15-yard line. Third and goal. Vegeta's going to throw to Ralph, the receiver, who's open in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 20-6. It gets points up. You look here, Meek lets him go, leaving him wide open. Listen, this team breathes like us, bleeds like us, put on their pants 1 foot at a time like us. we can beat them. That's what they're supposed to think. I ain't saying it's reality. Maybe that's in Fantasy Island, but that's what you're supposed to think. And they're able to finally get some points on the board, and it's 20-6.
And the thing about this play, it seems like the defense is starting to play down to the competition. Now they're not communicating. Meek lets the receiver route go, thinking that somebody else is going to pick him up, but there's nobody else there but you. So everybody else is locked up on a man. Meek lets him go. That gives the receiver opportunity to make points up. You're supposed to shut this team out. And because you're playing down, they take advantage, and they have some spark of life out there. They just need the defense to make something big happen, but they have some life at least.
Life. Right. Mister gets the ball back. He gives him to throw to Juan open in the middle, who runs for a nice gain and a first down. If you look here, the linebackers are watching the quarterback, and Mister makes them pay for it. Second down, Mister throws a pig in the gap, getting him to the 5-yard line. Third and goal, Mister finds Sears in the front of the end zone for the touchdown, ending the game 26-6 with the blowout. Blowout. Unbelievable. This team packed him up, put him away early, 26-6, Primetime with the blowout win over Ambition.
I mean, once you saw those 2 onside drops, 2 in a row, that's how you knew that this Ambition team was in trouble. They came out flat. They came out like they were confused. They came out like they had no energy, and they felt like they didn't belong here. They showed that they didn't belong here. They played like they didn't belong here, and because of that, Primetime sent them home. It's inexcusable to come into a Final Four game and play this way. This team, there's no way that this team is not better than this. They made it to this game for a reason. They won a championship in the past. So to play this way is embarrassing. They should be embarrassed playing this way. And it just shows that if you're gonna come to this game and play this way, it don't make no sense to come. Just forfeit. You know, it's disappointing for me to watch the game for them, because I know for a fact that they're better than this, but ultimately it didn't matter. They came out flat and they lose 26-6.
We're gonna talk to Earl of Primetime.
All right, Earl, we're going to talk to you about the Ambition game. Y'all were able to dominate that game from early, 26-6. We seen a team play around with them last week, and they were able to win that game. Did y'all recognize that and didn't want to give them any thought of hope?
Yeah, that's facts. We actually played them the last week of the season and played down to them and almost lost that game. So we took this game serious. It's like we just going to put them out start to finish.
What would you say about Tiki? Now he's here. Last season, y'all didn't have him going into the chip. God willing, y'all have him this year. Tell me what happened to this Final Four game with that. He was able to help guide y'all to back-to-back championship appearances again, 2 seasons in a row.
You know, Tiki being Tiki, it's just one voice. So we all follow his lead, and it's just, you know, we play primetime football. You know, everyone plays for the next man, and that's what Tiki pretty much preaches every week. Do your job. When we do our job, we capitalize.
Y'all just sat down.
Let me finish that. Add to that. Teams don't understand that it's important to have a coach. That is big. That's a big part of the game, man. Big part of the team.
We're going to go to Earl right now. We'll be right back. Shout to Earl. Appreciate him, you know, with the interview. Listen, Primetime did exactly what they were supposed to do. They should have did it sooner, if that's possible. They knew the team didn't have the talent as them, and they showed it. 2 possessions, both fumbles on the kickoff. They're able to get the ball back. They dominated from the word go. And shout to Tiki for having his guys ready and getting into another championship in 2 divisions. Ambition should be ashamed of themselves.
Like I just said.
The C2 is the lower division coming up. Maybe they need to go to the C3, or maybe they need to go to the G1, because they clearly don't belong in this division the way they play today. So we're gonna invent another one. Maybe we could create their team in Madden, and maybe they have a better chance to win in Madden game. We could up the ratings and stuff like that, because this team looked horrible. And right now, if I'm the Bullies, I'm on suicide watch, because I was the number 2 seed. And I let this team end my season. Ambition looked like that game versus the Bullies was their championship. That's what it looked like. Because they came out flat. Primetime was disrespecting them, going on side because they were not worried about their offense. Even though this offense put up double digits both games, Tiki was not worrying about that offense. Prep was not worrying about that offense. That is disrespect. So they looked at it as, we don't think you could put up points. So we're going to take a chance. We don't care if we give you a short field. And they did it over and over and over. And then the one time the offense do get the ball, they get intercepted. And you're going to think that, oh, Jay is this and Jay's getting on us. And no, look at the score. And they ended the game. Oh, it's Primetime was trying to score another 40. Mm-hmm. I don't understand what happened to this team. This team was flat. They didn't have no energy. It's like they walked on the field knowing that they could not win. Bottom line, I like this team. I like Jeter, their quarterback, Ralph. I like him. Good dude. He embarrassed himself today. His team embarrassed themselves today. And the ambition name, they embarrassed ambition. Do you realize the name of the team? Ambition. You ain't show it. You really didn't show it. And I'm very disappointed in this team because at the end of the day, beating those two teams you did, you knew you had an opportunity to get to the championship game. Y'all was so happy that y'all beat bullies. Y'all was so excited. Y'all went out drinking. Y'all did this. Y'all did that probably. And y'all came to this game like, hey, we're just here for we don't get fined. That's what it looked like to me. So Primetime did them their favor, and they ended their season quickly. So you got to give them that much props. You need to thank Primetime for ending it quickly because that's what they did.
I mean, there's nothing else to say at this point. That they shouldn't understand on their own. You know, that's not a way to come out.
That's what you just said. That little comment you said was more effort than ambition showed that whole game. That little comment you said, there ain't nothing else more to say. That was more effort than they showed that whole game. Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. Shout out to Primetime going to the chip. They ain't chipping 2 divisions with win over ambition, 26-6. We'll be right back.
Active from the beginning. Like I said last year, they wanted more than us. We the new niggas. And yo, active. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, fellas. Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
Yo, 3 next level, 6 family. 3 next level, 6 family.
I got you.
1, 2, 3. Let's go. Sour ball, fellas. You know how to play fucking sour ball. Let's play sour ball, man.
And what and respectfully, y'all, we really gotta use each other. One get tired, one come out, one come back in. Let's go. Nigga, play for each other.
Sour, baby. Sour 3. Let's get it, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Sour.
All right, people, we're going to go over the last game of the day, which is Next Level versus South Factory. Now, Next Level was a number 6 seed, and they came in with a big upsetting win over Little Rascals. They beat them, who Little Rascals was a number 3 seed. They beat them 26-24 as Little Rascals missed a 2-point conversion to tie the game. And on the other side, South Factory beat BK Bombers 21-20. South Factory number 4. BK Bombers at number 5. So that's how Next Level is here playing South Factory. Listen, South Factory got a lot of veterans on the team. Ruben, Bito, Sticky, and so they got a lot of veterans on this team. But the guy that you got to talk about most has to be Mimi. Mimi is the guy that makes everything go. Mimi gets into the argument with most everybody on the team. But the thing about Mimi is if he can get to that next level, he can be the best player on the field. He has the most experience than anybody on this field. So the thing is about getting Mimi to play to that next level. On the other side, no pun intended, next level, I like this team. Their quarterback is very young. They quarterback Philly, very young kid, got a good arm, can move. I just think his decision-making is a little questionable, and it's because it seems like he's a rookie. He's still learning the game. So right now he's doing everything based off talent. Now, they got other players that's pretty good. You know, Freddie, you know, their veteran Charlie. But I think the guy who has to be talked about and really looked at is Lou. I've watched Lou this season, and this kid is a terror. You know, this kid is a playmaker. It's a kid that I could say, you know, when you look at it in the minor leagues, and he's like, yo, this kid has talent to make it to the majors. He is that kid. He's the guy I think could make it to the higher divisions. The problem with him, and I gotta be honest with you, his attitude sucks. He's not a great teammate. He attends, and sometimes he gets on his guys, he argues with his guys, and rather than being a leader because he's the best player on his team, sometimes he puts teammates down. I think he gets too involved in talking, and I think that's going to be the thing that hinders him to get to the next level. Because when you get to the next level, you're playing talent, if not as good as you, better than you. So when you bring your teammates down, that's not going to help you. But that does not take away from this kid's personal talent. He's one of the best players I've seen, not only in this field right now, in this division.
And they're going to need that high-level play if they want to get through this game. Because Sour Factory's been here before. They have a lot of guys with experience, like you just mentioned. And they have a lot of guys that have won before. So these guys have to show that they are on the same level, if not on the, pun intended, next level to this team. The thing about it, they have all the talent that they need. You mentioned Philly, good quarterback, up and coming. Just got to work on the decision-making. You have Lou, talented guy, talented kid. Sky's the limit if he's not able to focus on the game and bring other people up with him. Because they're going to need that team chemistry if they want to get through to get in that championship. Let's see if they're able to accomplish that in this game.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game with Sour Factory getting the ball first. Now, real quick, before we get into the game, I want to start with the, when you got a letter and you write PS, because you got to throw in something else. I got to throw in the fact that the one person we didn't talk about that's very important in this game is Sour Factory's starting quarterback, Hector. That is Sticky's son. I've seen this kid make some plays. He's a decent quarterback. Not a great quarterback, but his decision-making is very questionable. That's the issue with him. It's not his talent. I think he got a decent arm. I think he can make some throws. He can't make all the throws yet, but he can make some throws. His decision-making at the worst times is what's in question. And that's what we really got to watch. I've seen him struggle this season with bad mistakes, bad throws, and I think that's important to watch because he not only has the ability to win a game, he has the more ability and impact to lose a game. We're going to have to see how it goes. We're going to jump right into the game. Next up, we're getting the ball first on the kickoff. During the kickoff, Lou runs up in the gap, cuts outside, past Mimi, and runs down the field into the end zone for a touchdown. 6-0. Next level starts it off quick with the very person we talked about. Lou shows why we talked about him in the beginning of the game.
And right off the gate, you can see a different energy with this kid. As soon as he grabs the ball, you know he's going for he's trying to make something big happen. That's exactly what he does. The team follows suit, blocking and giving him some gaps. And because he knows exactly how to follow the gaps and get downfield, that shows that he is dangerous whenever he gets the ball, and he shows it right off the gate with them scoring 6 points right off this play here.
Definitely. Sour Factory gets the ball back. After getting the first down, Hector on 5 rush runs in the gap for a nice game, definitely showing he has some legs. He's very mobile. Third down, Hector on 5 rush rolls right and makes a throw in the gap. Off target, picked off by giving next level the ball back.
Telegraph pass by Hector. A person as talented as this, you cannot know exactly. You got to know exactly where he is. They don't pay attention, and they take advantage with an interception, putting their offense on the field here.
All right now, they just got the ball back. It's 6-0. All right, they get the ball back. Philly with 3 straight passes. We're going to have to see how the offense capitalizes on that mistake. Philly gets the ball back for next level with 3 short passes to Dom, getting them for a decent game. 4th and goal. Philly throws to Ryan in the gap, knocked away by Anthony, turnover on downs. Anthony is a guy who played in the A division, grind time veteran, showing his ability to still make plays for the Sour Factory team. That is a key stop. They cannot afford this next level team to score back-to-back touchdowns, and that's a great stop by Ant there.
And this was a good drive up until the 4th down play. The pass was telegraphed to a T, and Anthony was able to read that play and knock it down for them to turn over the ball. That is the way to step up when your defense needs you to make a play. And exactly what they need is exactly what they need is exactly what they got with that big defensive play to stop the drive. Could have been a first down going up, keeping the drive going, but Anthony makes a good play on defense to get his offense back on the field.
Hector gets the ball back. He scrambles on 5 rush and throws a sticky in the gap for a nice gain. Second down, Hector on 5 rush is sacked by King. Huge sack by King. Definitely trying to slow down Hector's running attack. That's a good sack. Third down, the throws deep to Ruben in the end zone. Picked off by Freddie, giving it right back to next level. If you look here, nobody's open short. Causes Hector to go downfield, and he throws his second interception of the day.
Now, this one, okay, everybody I'm sure is going to be looking at the quarterback like, what is he doing? But if you look at this play, there's nobody open short. There's nobody really trying to make a safety route for him. They have a definitive receiver to go to. So because of that, he has to force something to happen downfield. It looks like he thought Ruben was open, but that was a telegraph pass yet again. And the defense able to get there. Freddie's able to make a big play for the interception yet again.
Philly's going to get the ball back. He's going to throw deep to Lolo on the sideline, caught for a big gain, getting him to the 5-yard line. We're going to talk about the bomb. This is what I say I like about this kid. He can make throws downfield. He can throw the ball all over the yard. And we see him go here, very accurate with this throw. Gets it downfield for a big gain. 4th and goal, Philly rolls right and finds Charlie open in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Lou gets the extra point. 13-0, next level. If you look here, the safety in the corner never switch, leaving Charlie open. I love to see veterans score. I love to see old guys score, and he's both for them. Great play by them. 13-0, next level.
And this has been a whole show by this next level team. I'm not going to say that they played completely perfect because they got turned over the last drive, and the last drive, but it doesn't matter. Philly's finding his ways to get into the end zone. This is his second touchdown getting it to the veteran Charlie. So as long as they're giving him good opportunities, he's finding ways to score, keeping that lead growing, and this team is looking good in this first half.
And you're going to have the kickoff. And if you look here, Ruben gets the ball and runs out of bounds during the throw-off. They get the ball at the 20. If Ruben lets that ball go out of bounds, they get the ball at the 45. So these are the mistakes we're talking about that Sal was doing. You already threw 2 interceptions. Now you give yourself horrible field position. Second down, after the short pass, Hector throws a knee, cutting in the gap. It's going to be picked off by Josh, giving it right back to next level. That is Hector's 3rd interception in a row. If you look here, 2 receivers are open in the gaps. He doesn't see them. Tries to make a play when he should just go with what he sees, and he throws yet another interception.
And the thing about this play is, again, this is a telegraph pass. He forces this pass to Mimi thinking he's going to make a big play, but the defense able to read it. Josh steps up and makes a good defensive play, picking it off. You have these 2 receivers in the gaps wide open. You're not looking for them. Clearly, you're not looking for them. You're trying to get more yardage. The defense is able to read you and make another play for your 3rd interception in the first half, mind you. That is disappointing for a team that's playing in the Final Four, trying to make it to the chip, and your quarterback is able to make 3 interceptions in the first half. Not over yet. And he threw 3 interceptions. Something is wrong. They got to do something right now to fix the situation.
Next level can't score before the half, and we're going to go into halftime. 13-0, next level.
Now, despite every bad thing that happened to this Sour Factory team, I got to point out an issue that I saw in the halftime. And I'm going to play it for you right here. This is a snippet of next level's huddle. I'm going to play it for you right now.
Everybody's gonna scream at you. Anyone in the quarterback, he's just gonna scream at you. And you can't do it. Don't do it. That's it. You don't like it? Pick another position. We are 21-6. And niggas is actually. One mic. Can we let the cap talk, please? One mic. We up by 2 touchdowns. They haven't scored yet, and we breaking down because is not ready. You gotta be ready. Just listen. It's fucking money. It's money. Yeah, that's it.
Now, does that look like a team that is winning this game 13-0? Does that look like a team whose defense forced 3 interceptions? It does not. It looks like a team that's losing by 3 touchdowns right now. That's how they're arguing with each other. That's how they're fighting. You are in the lead. The quarterback that gave you a touchdown, is he playing perfect? No. Is that a reason to tear him apart like he's causing you to lose a game? No. Why? Because this game, the defense is controlling the momentum. So focus on that and let him keep control of the game. When you're yelling in his face like he's the reason why you're losing, he's going to start making mistakes. I don't understand how they can't figure this out on their own. They're not helping each other. So at the end of the day, all you're doing is you're giving energy to the other team because they're watching you and seeing that there's hope and life at the end of the tunnel. This is not a way to go into the second half. They're looking terrible, even though they're up 2 scores.
From our team is showing me that they have not been here before because they're already panicking. They're up. We played terrible in the first half, and they're the one arguing with each other. So if I'm Sal, I love this. I love to see this. It lets me know that we have a chance because if they could turn against each other when they're up, they're going to turn each other when they're down. So that's what we need to do. So if I'm Sal, I'm not worrying about it. The only thing I'm concerned about is Hector got to realize that the next level players are not on our team. Stop throwing them the ball. That's the name of the game. Keep the ball away from them. So hopefully he can change that in the second half and we can come back and see what happens. So we're going to jump into the second half. Remember, it's 13-0 next level. Sauer gets the ball. Second down, Hector on 5 scrambles and is sacked by King. King is neutralizing Hector's ability to run. Great sack there. 4th down at the 48-yard line. Heck throws deep to Anthony. One-on-one with Freddie. Overthrow, turnover on downs. But if you look here, Tim is open short for the first down. So now, he don't throw an interception, but he doesn't go for the first down, which is right there. Can you see that? Can you highlight that? Does he know? Yo, heck, that is your guy. That guy at Ghost is showing that's there. He's open. And if you get him the ball, that is called a first down, which means you get more downs. Not throw a home run to your brother. I know you want to keep it in the family. You want the guy that's there. You want to look good. But you threw 3 interceptions in the first half. You need to slowly get back into the game. And he doesn't. He has the talent to do it. I've seen him play well in certain games, but I've also seen him play like this. This is a turnover on downs. After making 3 previous turnover on downs, he gets stopped yet again.
And not only that, I have to highlight one other thing. You're not the only one highlighting that they needed a first down. It's right there. This play doesn't highlight play is not the only thing that's highlighting that, they need the first down. That's right there. If you look at Primetime on the sideline, this is a team that they may have to play against in the championship. And they're pointing out too. It's right there. Look at the cone. It's green. And it's right there. And he doesn't go for it. The thing that's killing me is he's completely convinced that he made the right decision. Do not ever bring this guy to Atlantic City. Do not ever bring this guy to Las Vegas. Do not ever bring this guy to Empire City, because he is gonna bet and lose all of your money as well as his money. He is not good at gambling at all, because that's a terrible decision that led to another turnover that they cannot afford to give away here.
Well, next ever gets the ball back. Remember, they're up 13. Second down, Philly on 5 rush, throws a loop in the gap, tipped by Mimi, picked off by Chris, giving the ball back to Sour Factory. Now, this is what happens when you yell at your quarterback. He attempts to make a play, but that's not really a bad play. Mimi with the tip. Mimi, I told you, Mimi has the ability to take games over, and he starts it right here with the tip. That leads to an interception. Great play by Mimi, great play by the defense, and now to see if the engine starts to go.
Take what you said back. Don't say that it wasn't his fault. This was his fault. This was not a pass that he should have thrown. They're reading these passes. 2 defenders is in the vicinity to make a play. This was not a good decision. Now, the only thing I can say that it's not all his fault is that because they're getting all in his face, acting like they're losing because of him, This is when decisions like this are being made, because now the people that's complaining, he's trying to get the ball. And because he forced that pass there, it led to a tip, it led to interception. This is what happens when you take your quarterback out the game. Things like this happen.
Hector gets the ball back on first down, throws it to him in the middle. Picked off by Lou, who shakes Heck, runs it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. 19-0, next level. You might as well wrap it up. This game is pretty much over. This kid, Lou, is dominating. The kid already ran back a kick, and now we see him have a pick six. You might not like this kid's attitude, but he's a playmaker, and he scores. 19-0, next level.
Listen, right here, rather than, yelling and, arguing in the huddle during the half and whatnot, what you're supposed to do is tell your quarterback, yo, don't worry, we're going to get you the ball back. Don't worry, I'm going to make the big play. Because that's exactly what he's doing. Since the beginning of the game, all you've been hearing is this kid's name. He's been fighting for the ball. So he's scoring points on his own. So as long as you keep your quarterback in the right position and not make mistakes, and your defense is playing this way, you have an opportunity to put the game away. This is this quarterback's fourth interception, number 4. You have full control of the game. Just keep this momentum, and you can put this game away.
Hector gets the ball again, a sour fight. With 2 passes in the gap for a decent game. Fourth down, Hector on 5 rush, throws it to Mimi on the sideline. Tipped by Freddie, caught by Mimi for a decent gain and a first down. Freddie drops the interception. You got to pick that ball off, because if you pick it off, game is pretty much over. But once again, Mimi, we see Mimi get a tip that leaded to an interception, and now we see Mimi catch a pass that, if this is missed, that ends the drive. Great play by Mimi. Hector on 5 rush is sacked next by King. King with another sack. He is neutralizing Heck's running game. Great play by him there. Second down, Heck throws it up in the end zone. The pass is caught by Pito for the touchdown. Mimi gets an extra point. 19-7. The question was this a touchdown? What do you think of the play?
I mean, we already know the rule of football. When 2 players go up to get the ball, if they get it at the same time, or offensive player and defensive player both get it at the same time, it's always ruled in the offense's favor. So that's definitely a touchdown. If you look here, Pito had the ball first, and then it was attempted to snatch out of his hand. So he has control of it already. This was a touchdown. This was an unexpected touchdown, and this was a dream that was thrown up by Hector, because nothing else is going right for him. So it seemed like he just threw up a prayer, and this time it worked out for him with Pito attacking the ball and getting a big touchdown that was much needed. Wait for him to step up and make a big play for his team.
Okay, 19-7, pretty much over. We're going to see what happens. On the kickoff, you see here, 2 players from next level wait for the fair catch, which is a 15-yard penalty, but there was already past the first down when he got it. So that's 15 yards back, 4 and out. Second down, Philly on 5 rush, rolls right, but it's sacked. Here, if you see the sack by Gabe, huge sack. This kid Gabe been playing well all day, definitely huge sack there. But if you look, on the sideline, he has a receiver wide open. The receiver never turns around. It's hard to throw the ball if you're not looking. It looks like that is where Philly wanted to go, but the receiver must have thought that he could see behind his head, because he was wide open, never looked back. That's what caused a sack. Third down, at the 40-yard line, Philly on 5 rush, throws a Lolo on the gap.
Lolo, yeah.
Picked off by Mimi, who runs it all the way down the field to the end zone for the touchdown. Lou gets the interception on the extra point, but it's 19-13. Sauer is back in the game.
2 direct drives, one after the other, you give away points to the other team. Are you trying to make this situation easy for the other team? Put this game away. Now they're down by 6 points. And now you have Mimi, their best player on the team, stepping up and making big plays. That's his second big play that he's made so far. Besides the tip that he was able to force the interception, This is the second big play he made. And this is you not being able to put the game away. Your receivers got to look off the line. You make that big play, you have an opportunity to turn this drive around. But because every receiver's not giving Philly an opportunity to make good plays, Philly is forcing these passes, and they are capitalizing every single time. What are you doing? You were just up 3 scores 2 drives ago. I'm just speechless. I don't know what else to say. Just keep going with this game, please.
Next ever gets the ball back, and they try to scramble to run the clock out, and then they're going to end up punting. So they don't even know how to run out the clock right. So they keep time on the clock, and right now they end up punting. Mind you, they just threw a pick 6, and now they punt, giving the ball back to Sour Factory with 33 seconds left. Remember, the score is 19-13. Hector throws to Mimi open on the sideline for a decent game. Third, Hector throws deep to Mimi in the gap, knocked away by 20 seconds left. Fourth down, Hector with the throw to the sideline. Receiver catches it for a decent game, picking up the first down. If you look here, the defense is playing too far back, 10 seconds left. Now, mind you, if they stop that play, game's over.
Game's over. Yes.
So now it's 4th and long, and they still allow them to get a first down. 10 seconds left. Hector is going to throw to Pito on the sideline, caught by Freddie, but out of bounds. 3 seconds left. That would have been an interception.
Yes.
But he can't stay in bounds.
That would have been, first of all, wait, before you say anything, that was close to being Hector's 6th interception. He already has 5, counts an extra point interception. So that could have been a 6th. So this defense still has opportunity to stop them, even though they gave up that first down. Just keep going now. I just want to point that out.
Then the next play, it's a stopped clock. So Sauer gets flagged for not huddling after the sub, 5 yards back. Now, it's not a runoff because the clock was not moving. So, it's 5 yards back. So, mind you, Sauer just almost threw a pick. Got away with it. Sauer lined up with too many men in the huddle. Did not huddle, I'm sorry. Didn't re-huddle.
Yeah.
So, now it's 5 yards back. But it's not a moving clock, so it's not a runoff.
I just want,
Go ahead.
but before, because we got to emphasize this right here. I'm going to play the audio for this play before they got the flag. Just listen.
Out. On the field. Huddle up! Huddle up! Hurry up! 4, 3, yo, guys, this is so fucking stupid. Yo, just leave it, bro. Huddle up! That's it!
That's Anthony yelling at his brother to huddle up. He's yelling at him, looking directly in his face, telling him to huddle up. And Hector looks at him, walks into the line, and says hike, knowing that they just were supposed to huddle because of the sub. So, like, brain farts galore throughout this game for Hector. And they still have an opportunity to make something happen. But when I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I just want to point out another mistake that this team made, that Hector himself made. Just keep going, please.
5 yards back. Last play of the game. Hector's going to throw the ball up. It's going to be caught in the end zone for the touchdown by Mimi. 19-19. Sauer ties the game back up.
You can't write.
Unbelievable.
You can't write a script like this in a movie. You can't. You can't. And it be believable. Like, who could write a script like this for you to believe that this actually happened? They tied the game up. First of all, everything that went wrong in this game, but then on the toss-up, nobody puts a body on Mimi, the guy who he's definitely going for. Nobody puts a body on him. All he does is jump up and grabs like nobody's standing there. This is ridiculous. This is embarrassing. This is just shocking. Any negative word that I can bring up, I can put to the situation. Because after everything that happened, they tied the game up. I don't understand it.
And now they got to go for the extra point. No time on the clock. Hector is going to find Mimi wide open in the back of the end zone for the extra point, winning the game 20-19. Sour Factory, you know the vibe.
Listen. First of all, before I go off and before you say all your comments or whatnot, shout out to Sour Factory. This game was over a long time ago. They could have gave up. They could have called the game off. Heck, the ref was ready. The refs are ready to call this game off. Hector, after throwing 5 interceptions, 1 on the extra point, after getting sacked 3 times, after turning the ball over so many times, having so many brain farts, getting so many penalties. Huh?
Yeah, five turnovers combined.
Yes, 5 turnovers combined after getting flag after flag, even during the extra point. Before they got the extra point, they were pushed 5 yards back because they got a huddling penalty again. After all of that, they were still able to find a way to make it happen. So shout out to them. They're going to the championship for a reason. That's enough for the positive, I have to say. Now, in terms of this other team, because they don't even deserve to have a name right now. There's no reason for this to happen. There's no reason for a team to exist for this to happen to them. Now, they had the first of all, before all this bad stuff was happening, they were up 19-0. 19-0. Right then and there, I've seen games get called off. Right then and there. They started to slowly implode. They started to slowly make mistakes. They started to slowly play like they don't belong here. And they had the game put away. You saw Hector making brain fart after brain fart, and you did not capitalize. You did not stop them on that last drive when you had an opportunity to stop them on a 4th down play. You did not stop Mimi when there was a toss-up play when you know that he's the only option out there. You did not stop him on the extra point to at least give you a chance for overtime. You leave him wide open on the sideline. Like, at the end of the day, you know, we're going to go to the interview after you make your comments, but there's no reason for a game to end like this at all. This team is too, I would say, talented, but obviously the brains at this point of the game disappeared. After Hector's brain disappeared a long time ago, they just said, hold my beer. You want to make stupid decisions? We could do the same. Here you go, game. We don't want it, and we give it to the other team because this was a gift to them. I don't know what else to say. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, we're going to go to the interview first with Charlie of Next Level, and then we'll talk to Sticky of Sour, and then I'll come out and get my final analysis. We'll be right back.
What's going on? Stephen J talking to Charlie of Next Level, where they came away with a heartbreaking loss 2019. You up 2 scores with the ball, with them only with 2 timeouts. 2 guys called for the fair catch. 6, then you allow them to throw a Hail Mary to win the game. What happened?
Meltdown. That's what happened. We melted down. You know, we got young guys. You know, we need a little more experience, but there's no excuses. We had the ball. We had the game, the whole game. And we blew it at the end. And we can't blame nobody but ourselves. You know, even me. I'm a vet, but I'm going to take that loss. You know me? I tip my hat to Sour. Congratulations. You know, y'all deserve it. Y'all fought. Y'all fought. And that's it. That's the bottom line.
Did y'all think the game was already over? Did y'all kind of pack it in and think the game was already over?
The game is never over until that last second is gone. But, I mean, we was happy when we was up and they didn't score, and then they scored, and then we made a really crucial mistake when my quarterback threw the ball and they got a pick 6, and we in the huddle, we told them, yo, we just run the ball. We good, we run. It's young. You get brain farts and, you know, crack under pressure.
What happens to the team now?
Well, I'm going to talk to my brothers, that's the coach, and we're going to figure out. We're going to see, man. Hopefully we be back here next year, man, come and, you know, and compete, because we are competitors. We're going to compete. take that away from us.
All right, we're going to thank Charlie for being her heartbreaking loss, guys. 20-19. See you on the site. Thanks.
Thank you, Ref.
Yo, guys. Stephen J. Smith, real tough talk. The captain of South Factory, which they came away with a 20-19 win. I'm stunned. We was calling, the game was practically over. We were talking about the chip. We were talking about this young team in the chip. We booked it for y'all. We figured it was over. How we are able to come back down 2 scores when they have the ball with close to 2 minutes left in the game?
I'm not going to lie. They helped us a lot by not ending the game the way they were supposed to, but I'm glad my team fought hard. They wasn't ready to go home. We lost a lot this summer, this winter, and we didn't want to go home yet. And we fought hard, and we came over with this victory.
Tell me about Mimi. Mimi gets a lot of criticism. Mimi gets a lot of, he's a headache. Mimi, put y'all on your back. Ken Griffey style. Get on my back, and I will carry you. The guy had a pick 6 and then caught a Hail Mary for a touchdown. Tell me about Mimi.
Mimi he's intense. If things don't go his way, it's hard to bring him back. But he just wants to win. And I just had to keep telling him, stay in this game, stay in this game. We're going to win this game. And my son, I had to tell him, throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. If we want to win this game, Mimi's the tallest receiver on this field. We need to get him the ball. Thank God he put us in a position to come back and win this game.
Quarterback kind of struggled. Picked it up towards the end. Is that a concern coming in? I believe you played Primetime in the championship game. Tiki's a mastermind on that defensive side of the ball. What are you going to do to get through to your quarterback? Because next week, the mistakes he made this week is not going to fly next week.
Well, next week is another week. He can't worry about what he did this week. We lucky. We live to play another day. We going to watch some film, show him what he did wrong, let him know, get rid of the ball sooner, and we'll be all right. We'll be all right. I trust him.
Well, we're going to wrap this one up. Sauer is going to the chip after being down 2 scores. They're in the chip. Sauer, baby, indeed. We see you on the site. Thank you, bro. Shouts to both players. We appreciate the interview.
Yeah.
First of all, South Factory. I'm a big fan of Thanos. You know that. I always talk about Thanos in my analogy. Mimi became Thanos. Remember, I'm talking about the best part of the movie. When Thanos went to the first planet and just dominated everybody. Iron Man, Spider-Man.
You really love that movie. I
dominated them, right?
It's crazy.
And then when he goes back to, I think that was Wakanda. And then it's like, you think something's gonna happen. Because when we watched the movie together, you thought something was gonna happen. It was gonna stop him there. No, they didn't. He dominated all of them too. Captain America there, and Groot, and Wanda and Vision, and just dominated.
Okay, yeah.
Mimi did that. He became Thanos. He got the tip that caused the interception. Then he catches, and we're gonna show you the plays. He got the tip that caused the interception.
The big first down catch that he made off the tip.
There, I'm going to that. Then he makes a tip ball that should have been an interception. He catches that on first down, which gives him a first down. He caught it on 4th down, which gave him a first down to keep the drive going. Then he takes a pick 6 to the house here. Then he comes up with a jump ball touchdown to tie the game. Then he gets the extra point to win the game. Mimi became Thanos.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't respect Mimi's game and how much he is impacted this TFL game, how much of the history he's in with what he does, because they don't like him. You know why? Mimi likes to be the villain. That's who he is. He was the villain. And he won, just like in Avengers
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
You love that movie.
He did the same thing. He dominated, took the game over, did the Ken Griffey, get on my back and I will carry you. He did that. He won this game practically by himself. That's what makes it seem different. If Mimi can have this effort all the time, this team wins the championship. Despite their quarterback playing the worst that we've ever seen a guy play and win. On the other side, this next level team is no level. Because I can't, unless next level they talking about going down negatively, then they can keep that name. But you think next level is an upgrade? No, not for this team. You literally gave back a game in something that neither one of us seen ever in our career of doing this. You're up 19 in the second half, and you literally gave the game away. And you're yelling at your, I'm talking about, when we said we never seen this, we're talking about the whole thing. You up 13-0 at half, and you're yelling at your quarterback. You go up 19-0, and you can't put the game away. I'm looking at it, and when you up 19-0, you allow them to score after dropping an interception, tipping a pass that Mimi caught the first down, and Freddie intercepts that ball. Game is over. You don't do it there. Fine. Then on your next possession, it's 19-7. What you do? Two guys fair catch the ball. What? 15 yards back, 4 out. Then what happens? You throw a pick six. Then what happens? You get the ball back again. You don't even know how to run out of clock. You know how to run out of clock? That means you allow the clock to run. Hello? That's what running out of clock. You know the clock moves, right? That's what it does. It seems like y'all didn't get that memo because y'all didn't even know how to do that right. Then you allow them to get the ball back after you didn't know how to run out the time. Again, I've never heard somebody that don't know how to run out of clock. You can run out of clock sleeping. You know when you oversleep and you ran out time because you overslept? You can run out of the time sleeping. So y'all couldn't do it when you was awake? Okay, sorry. You not only let them score after they got multiple penalties, you let them score with the guy that everybody in the world knew they was going to go to Mimi. Everybody. People that wasn't here knew they was going to go to Mimi. My wife knew they was going to go to Mimi. My kids knew they was going to go to Mimi. Aaron Rodgers knew they was going to go to Mimi. BQFL knew they was going to go to Mimi. The only people that didn't know they was going to go to Mimi was next level. They scored a touchdown. Fine. Tie game. What you say? Let's go to overtime. The same guy that's done all this to you, you allowed it to be wide open in the end zone.
Listen.
So you didn't go for the head.
Yeah.
You didn't go for that like in the movie. You didn't. You know, you left Mimi wide open when you knew they was going to look for him again.
Listen,
and now your season's over. And now you're going to be the most laughed at team in the BQFL on your own accord because of what you did. Don't get mad because we got creative and talk. Don't get mad because be mad at yourself because you literally gave a game away.
Listen, I just want to say one thing. You know, that whole rant that I made, that I had, or whatever, you know, I'm never the fiery one. That's your job. You're the animated one. You're the one that's loud and whatever with the funny analogies or whatnot.
Just like Medea.
Huh?
Like Medea. Like Medea.
Yeah. That's your character. Me, I don't get fiery. I like to be calm. I like to talk about, you know, a team's positives and negatives, yada, yada, yada. But this disappointed me so much because even in the half, I was rooting for this team. Because to me, even though they looked like a team that had more energy at the time, they were still the underdogs. Because at least we know Power Factory are the veterans in this league. We know that they've won championships in this league already. So this team, next level, comes up as the underdog. And you know I'm a big fan of the underdog. I'm a big fan of the new and up-and-coming team that's trying to prove themselves. And they had an opportunity to do that in this game. And they did the opposite at the end. None of the good accomplishments matter at all anymore. None of it.
They lost 20-19.
So now it's back to square one. Square one. You spoke to Charlie or whatever with the interviews or whatnot, and they said they're gonna just come back because they're a competing team, but just resetting everything that you already established. And that's what bothers me. That's why I kind of, went on a fiery rant or whatever, because that shouldn't happen, Right. But the main thing is, even besides all of that, you know who's sitting pretty right now? You know who's smiling at home watching this game? Well, no, actually, you know who was watching the game and smiling from ear to ear? Primetime. They're smiling from ear to ear because both teams played like they left their brain at home. So they're looking at this game like we could walk through whatever team faces now. Both teams, all they did was prove that this Primetime team could run through both of them. So now that Sour Factory accomplished the fact that, they're going to the chip, they cannot play this way. Again, they cannot come out playing this way. They will go home early. That's all I'm saying. They're too talented to play this way again. And they need to pull Hector to the side. Sticky, Anthony needs to pull Hector to the side and help him focus on the game. They
watch this film.
Watch everything.
Yeah. Watch all
because
this,
I'm sure that's not the only game that he made mistakes. They got it. Well, yeah, sorry, because we didn't film the other games. But yeah, they got to watch this game because they cannot repeat these mistakes at all. You saw Anthony yelling at his brother in the game, whatever. Yes, he made some stupid decisions, but you cannot get on him like that because you saw what happened to the other team when they did that to their quarterback. So they got to come back with a better atmosphere for this team, better outlook, better approach. Because if not, Primetime will repeat and they will take another championship home. That's all I got to say.
Real quick, next level need a leader. They need to get a leader. They don't have a leader. A leader would have shut this whole thing down. And Lou is definitely not their leader. I think he's their best player. I think he's the most talented. He's not their leader at all. Because if you was yelling at your quarterback when you was up at halftime, how was he going to listen to you in the second half when you're down, when you're chasing, when you're trying to make plays? And I think this team sabotaged themselves, and that's why they lost this game. Primetime, Sawa, if y'all play like this next week, Primetime's going to blow you out. If your quarterback throw at least 3 interceptions, Primetime's going to blow you out.
Yep.
So they got to get it together. Be happy about this win, but don't sit on it because you played terrible. I'm going to wrap this one up. We're going to go through the games right now. I'm going to give you the championship matchups. You're going to have UTF versus Primetime. And then you're going to have Sour in the C. And you're going to have Sour Factory versus Primetime in the C2. Real quick, before we wrap it up, give me your prediction. Give me your scores.
You know I hate predictions. You know I do.
Yeah. That's why we love when you do it.
The Primetime versus
UCF?
Yeah, but the Primetime versus UTF game, I see UTF coming away with a win. 20-14, I see them winning by 6. I see UTF having the momentum and the energy in that game, and I think that they're going to come away. Close game, but I think they're going to come away in the end, 20-14.
And Sour Factory versus Primetime.
Sour Factory versus Primetime. Unfortunately, based on the way that they played this game, I see Primetime winning this game. I see them winning this game because I'm trying to get the score right, but I'm seeing them win this game probably 21-7. I seen them scoring early. They probably score again in the second half, but their defense is gonna lock down this Sour Factory offense, and Hector's not gonna figure out how to get through this defense. So I think that I see the game going away some 21-7 at least in Primetime's favor.
All right. We're going to thank y'all for joining us. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Shout out to BQFL for allowing us to be a part of this. We'll definitely be there for the chip. So make sure y'all come out. We got the All-Star game also going. So you're going to have the C chip, C2 chip, C All-Star, C2 All-Star game. Make sure y'all come out, check it out, show some love. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all guys for tuning in. On behalf of Real Tough Talk, I'm Stephen J, my partner Ghost. We're going to see y'all guys on another episode next week of Real Tough Talk. We out of here. Much love, guys.